Welcome to Kindling Conversations, the podcast where warmth meets wit, and four friends gather around the crackling fire of camaraderie to share stories, laughs, and insights. So grab a cup of your favorite beverage, settle into your favorite spot, and let the glow of Kindling Conversations accompany you.
Yo, yo, yo. How's it going, everybody? Welcome to Kindling Conversations. I'm your special guest host of the evening. You might recognize me from, Aaron's contract. It's your boy, Aaron Nielsen. Joining us this evening, we have the three regular hosts and a wonderful guest. But let's start with this guy to my right.
I'm Kyle.
I'm Ashley.
Am I wonderful?
You're Caleb.
I'm Caleb, I guess.
And our special, wonderful guest is my beautiful, lovely future wife. Her name is...
Kira in the house.
Oh my god.
Wow. You butchered that, Kira.
You'll get used to it.
Yeah,
You get
you'll
used
get used
to
to it. The nerves will go away, I promise.
Hey guys, Kinder Conversation just mentioned me in their story on Instagram.
Wait, aren't you guys missing somebody?
Hold on, you guys hear that fifth voice?
Yeah, you guys missing somebody?
Wait,
Who the
Oh,
heck?
it's our other
Yeah,
guest.
six-
Did you forget about
Sixth
me?
voice?
voice.
Sixth voice? That
Yeah.
voice kind of sounds familiar. Who are
Yeah,
you?
Who are you?
It's your original host, Ben. What's up?
He's a guest now. No one cares.
What
I am not a guest. I am a host.
Can we
That's your
mute him?
guys' stupid April
What do you-
Fool prank.
So guys, long time
up?
no see.
Yeah.
I know. It's been a while.
It's been like what? How many episodes now?
I
10.
think actually, 10.
Yeah.
I
Wow.
lost
10
track.
to the dot, 'cause I think you were on 9.
Yeah. I'm
Wow.
Mocha's getting into it.
Mocha's here
Yeah.
too, guys. Don't worry about that.
Yeah, Mocha's
You
always
got,
here.
you got anything to say, babe?
I love mocha.
She means the dog.
So what are we gonna talk about today, guys?
We got to talk about an update to Aaron's contract.
Well,
Well,
before
first,
we get into that,
Wait.
Well, shout outs
hold on.
first, right?
Yeah, do your shout outs.
yeah, before we get into that, happy April Fools. Ben
Yeah.
is still unfortunately a part of the podcast.
Yes, I am. There was no power struggle.
There, I mean,
There was.
kind of.
I am not taking the power from you, Caleb. You and your electronic shit. That's all you. You can take
Okay.
that.
All right, sounds good.
I'm not gonna take that away from you.
Cool. Sounds good. But we do have a shout out to someone who sent us an email.
Yeah.
It was a very long email, and it was from one of our embers.
Very long, heartfelt email.
Kyle,
But
would,
Aaron is not.
Kyle, would you like
I
to
am not an ember. I
would you
refuse
like
concave
to,
society.
introduce that email and everything and talk about it a little bit since
Yeah. So the email came from my wonderful cousin Devin. Very heartfelt. He was reminiscing about me and him growing up, and how he always makes it part of his routine every Wednesday, like Kira should start doing, about listening to the podcast, and it was really nice, like real tearjerker, I will say.
yeah,
So big shout out to Devin.
yeah. He did forget to include Ben in it, but
That's
You know,
understandable.
Yeah, how
I-
rude.
yeah, I understand too.
Yeah,
he
I
also
would
thought
forget
Ben
to
was off.
include Ben
so-
Yeah.
also.
Right.
but he did mention Ben because he was
He
like, I'm
did,
sad
yeah.
to see him go.
Yeah.
Yeah, he did say he was sad to see
Which
Ben.
I
Yeah.
thank you, Devin.
Honestly, you guys made it
Thank
sound
you.
like Ben died.
that was the point at
Yeah,
first.
Yeah.
I forgot.
Like-
Kyle goes,
like-
yeah, Ben is sadly not with us anymore. I went,
Ben-
I didn't die.
He's
I'm
no
like,
longer
listening.
with us. Kyle was like, "Did you listen to the podcast?" He goes, "Listen to the first 10 minutes and let me know what you think." I said, "Ben died." Oh, listen to this. You guys are gonna love this one because he said it wasn't on the show anymore. I said Ben was gonna start his own podcast called "Thou's Gone Wild."
Yeah.
Oh my God. That's
Yeah.
actually not a bad idea.
No one's gonna understand what's going on.
Ben
Yeah.
just explaining thous the whole time.
Yeah, it's 100 episodes of Ben just
You guys- wait,
explaining
I got
cows.
something. Aaron and Kyle at Horseshoes Monday. Ask Chris about a thou. He can tell you it's an actual thing.
Oh,
he uses it
you
at work
guys
too.
work
Oh, so-
together.
Because we used it at work.
Chris is in on it now.
Oh,
Yeah,
Wow.
Oh.
okay.
So it's gonna be a Ben and Chris podcast.
Yeah, but it's Ben and Chris just talking about how Ben messes up at work and Chris has to fix
Hey,
his mistakes.
I had to run the whole shop today because Chris was gone.
So what? Surprised there wasn't a fire call for it.
Huh, you're so funny. didn't even crash anything. So we're all good.
Hey, Caleb, can I just press one of these buttons?
Which one do you want to press?
I don't know. What do they do?
Make sounds.
What's this one?
Go ahead.
Where's the elephant? All right, guys. What are we talking about today?
Your
Oh, wait, I
contract.
gotta lean this
Contract.
way.
You're the host. What are we talking
Yeah.
about today?
Yeah, I know.
Kira, don't be afraid to grab that mic from Aaron.
That's what.
Okay, I'm not.
All right. So I guess we should give a little update on my contractual obligation I had.
We'll do like the Oprah, Where Are They Now? It's Kindling Conversations, Where Are They Now?
Yeah.
Give a little backstory quick in case people
You
are
gotta
just tuning
start
in to this first
from,
podcast.
like, yeah.
All
I
right.
got a quick brief
So-
overview.
9 months
Chronological order.
before January 12th, 2001, my parents.
Gonna give us your whole
Before my
biological
birthday.
history.
No, but I am related to Robert E. Lee.
What?
Civil War was disappointing. Anyways, all right, guys. So, little backstory. You know, if you guys didn't listen to episode 9, probably the greatest episode they've had.
I mean, you probably
Oh,
can go back
sorry.
and listen to it before you listen to this one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you haven't listened to episode 9, stop it right here and go back and listen. Then rejoin us.
Yeah.
There
Wait,
you go.
Have you listened to episode 9?
Yeah, I was in it. I listened to it, and I got multiple people to listen to it.
Oh, thank you then.
Yeah. Yeah, you're welcome. Probably like, Jesus, Caleb.
Again.
Again, he's knocking everything over.
I just want to go see how many views we have on episode.
All right.
9,
So a little backstory, you know, if you didn't listen. I signed a contract with my last job. Oh, that's foreshadowing. I signed a contract with the company I was working for to get my CDL, you know, to get a pay raise, but I have to work there for 2 years. Seemed like a great deal at the time. We were getting work, and then all of a sudden, the fall came. Dun, dun, dun. we stopped getting work after I signed the contract. Wasn't getting 40 hours, you know, all this, all that. Was getting like 30 hours or under for 8 weeks in a row, and that doesn't pay the bills.
I was just going to say that.
Kind of like crack. Crack kills and doesn't pay the bills. That's what this job was doing to me. And then, you know, I was like, oh, I could leave. They got to pay it. And then, like, you read the contract. It's kind of a little gray. It's a little weird. weird. You know, didn't have an amount, but
It's not weird. It's weird.
it's weird. You know, I asked for it, and then it took like a day and a half to get it.
They just
He
wrote
was
it up.
making it up.
Yeah, I had to rewrite it or something. Then I got it, and then I was like, oh, that's like not good. And then, so then I was just gonna rock with it. And we looked it up. They said class was $6,000. Ben did some research. He found from Gateway. We went to Blackhawk. Gateway was like what, 2,500 or something like
Yeah,
that.
something like that. Wasn't
So
no
then-
$6,000.
Yeah. So then we just assumed there's 2 of us that went, so the $6,000 was the total. Well, you know, then months went on, or however long it's been since I was on here. You know, weather
I-
changed, seasons changed.
Question: Did you ever try to call Blackhawk to see how much the class was?
No.
You could have tried to call him.
Well,
and like,
hang
hey, how
on.
much is the
You,
CL
you
class?
were
You'll
on
find
the
out.
podcast about 2
You'll
months
find
ago.
out later in the story.
Okay.
January 31st was when that episode dropped.
Yeah, so months went on. It's been almost it was 70 degrees a couple times in between then.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
That's
We
true.
went through all of the seasons.
Mm-hmm.
That we have.
All right, well, here we are. April 5th, 2024.
Well, whenever this drops, it's gonna
Well,
be.
at the time of recording, it is April 5th, 2024.
Whatever, Aaron.
Just trying to get real here. You know? Anyways, so
Should we get some sad music playing in the
no, it
background?
should be happy music.
Well, we don't know
so-
what's happening.
I had flirted with the idea of going back to Vanguard and working with Kyle over here, but that was the only
Why would
drawback.
you- I was gonna say, why would you want to do that?
But you know, I pay my contract. Didn't want to do that. So then I left. I put my 2 weeks in. Boss wasn't even mad.
But
He's
can
like,
you, can you tell us why you put your 2 weeks
So-
in?
When you were going through like, oh, I need to put my 2 weeks in. I need to put my 2 weeks in. What were you feeling?
conflicted.
You pushed it off for so long. You would not talk to him. You showed up late to work. You pushed it off to the max. And then
Damn.
finally you talked to him after work
Calm
one day.
down.
Aaron was just telling me that he slept through his alarms.
Uh-huh. No.
Oh, you were avoiding the boss. Okay.
I'm glad we brought Kira on.
Yeah,
She's
right.
spilling the beans.
So Anyways, I talked to a guy who worked with. We had a nice heartfelt 45-minute conversation after work one day, and it was great. He just pushed me over the edge. He's like, "You should do it."
Did you
know,
cry?
No,
Oh, but were you feeling it?
I was like, "Wow, that's crazy." I went home. I made a pros and cons list on a whiteboard.
Yeah, you did.
Yep.
We should have Kira explain that pros and cons.
Want to explain it?
It was a pretty good list.
Here you go.
Yeah, I mean, Tim was on the cons for Compass. I can't remember what all you had on there, but it was a whole list. And then I came home, and you just were like, "Oh, look at this." And then you're like, "What do you think?" I was like, "I still think, you need to leave. Like, that place is not good for you."
What was
I
one of
think you
your
should leave.
pros of
Hold on, I
going
might have
back
a
to
picture of it
Vanguard?
here. You play.
I-
You
I-
feel for me.
Kyle was a pro, I think. No? Wow, that's
Oh.
Oh.
Kyle wasn't on the
Logan.
list.
How
Okay.
does that feel, Kyle?
What the fuck? I feel betrayed.
Wow.
Piece of shit.
Was he on the cons?
He wasn't
Yeah.
on the list.
Oh, he wasn't on the list at all. You weren't even a thought. Wow, I can't
Hold on, I
believe.
just found the list. I gotta brighten this up. All right. So for my pros for Compass, I had more per hour. I can read it. I'm a doctor. I had more opportunity plus growth. Because he was talking about merging with a union company, and then getting time off is
You do not even want to be a part of the union, so I don't know why you put it as pro.
taking time off is real easy. You can take off whenever. You said to tell him. I could borrow equipment if I wanted to for side work or just borrow it and fill it up with gas. All I had to do.
How many times did you do that though?
Huh?
How many times did you do that though?
I was saying I could have.
Oh, okay.
The opportunity was
yeah,
there.
I gotta borrow
Exactly.
the bulldozer.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. I'm
What are you
not.
gonna
Oh
bulldoze?
shit! I said his name.
Oh, Aaron, you could borrow the excavator. You
Name
can use it for
drop.
horseshoe stuff.
Yeah, I could have brought
Ah.
minis. I wanted to just take the dingo and drive around with it. And say the dingo ate my baby.
So what's the dingo for all of us?
Dingo, it's
lesser
a mini
people?
skid steer.
Oh,
Wait,
okay.
why'd you get like Australian accent? The dingo took my baby.
Because in Australia there was that murder case where the lady got put in jail because they said she killed her baby, but in reality a dingo took her baby, and the dingo ate my baby. That's from Seinfeld.
Okay.
Okay.
Anyways, so that's my pros, and the last one. Anyways, back to the regularly scheduled program here. My last pro was drive big trucks because I had my CDL. I could drive big trucks.
Laughing and
All
stuff.
right. So the last pro we probably
Beep
heard
again.
before we were rudely interrupted was borrow equipment for free, and then I got put on blast by Ben. And then my last pro was drive big trucks because how often you get to drive big
This
trucks.
list is
It's
like
like
a
a 5-year-old.
yeah, like a
list.
6-year-old.
You know what? When I was driving the International, I felt like a cool guy. All right.
Aaron was texting and driving the dump truck.
Wait, which dump truck?
The fucking what was it the
That was the Ram. That's not a
Yeah.
CDL vehicle. All right.
he went driving through the inlet. Fucking
Did you see him?
No, but he had
Colton
a spy
didn't, he
that saw
goes-
me.
oh hey, that's Aaron. Oh no, he's on his phone.
Anyways, so that was the pros. Here's my cons for Compass, right? Limited OT with an asterisk because we didn't have any work, right? He was capping us at 40 hours. There was uncertainty of the future. Hand digging in all caps because fuck that. Tim.
Tim.
Just
Tim.
What's the problem with Tim, Aaron?
smells bad. Dick. Yeah, that's about it. Smells bad. He's a dick. Hey, she's met him.
Yeah, he's a weird guy, that's for sure.
How'd you meet him?
Paul's birthday party.
He was there.
Why was
But
he
he-
there?
Yeah.
Well, he did shower before, though. I will say that, and I don't know why was he.
Because Paul and Tim used to be best buds when Paul started, and then
Oh.
Paul realized how much of
Oh.
a dick Tim was. And he doesn't like
I
him
didn't know
anymore.
that.
Okay.
And then dumping the vac was one of my cons. The vac wagon, because you got to go drive in the dump pit. It's all muddy. I got stuck once.
Where was the dump pit in Lake Geneva?
No, not in Lake Geneva. It was just the one in Darien, the Boss Pit on 89.
Oh, that one.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then short-tempered boss was the last con, because that guy, drop of a hat. You know how many times he threw his phone? He dented the door once.
He threw it that hard?
Yeah, his phone was fine though.
Aaron
my
shattered his
God,
windshield with
thanks.
his phone one time.
I did. I was told to go help in Beloit, and I threw my phone.
Oh, I remember that
Dude.
story.
It was so funny how it worked out because I was on the phone with him and he goes, like, there was a message sent out and
no,
he's
no.
like,
Doobie called me.
well, yeah, but he sent out a message first asking for people to go help in Beloit, and Aaron's like, I swear to God, if Doobie asks me to go help, I'm gonna get pissed. And he's like, oh, hang on, Doobie's calling me. And then all I hear is, hello? All right. All right, see you. Fuck! And he screams and he goes, well, I just shattered my windshield. And I'm like, what? He threw his phone and it spider cracked his windshield.
Oh my
How
God.
did
so
you
he-
explain that?
He
So,
waited.
here you go. I waited about what, 20 minutes? I sat there for 20 minutes, and I was like, all right, I'm gonna call Doobie.
He told Doobie he was on his way to Beloit.
I said I was on the 50, and a rock hit my windshield, and cracked it.
Yeah.
And then I get up to the office to swap out cars. There was another car with the same exact crack. That was
Someone else
wild.
got mad.
Yeah. So, anyways, here we are. We're back to my pros and cons list. For Vanguard, pro number 1, constant work. Or wait, that says consistent. Same thing.
Can
and
you
it-
read your own handwriting?
I just can't read words.
Oh, okay.
And then next one, stable, because Vanguard's stable.
Yep.
None of my
Yep.
boss shitting his pants every day. Oh, I'm not gonna lose my house. Um, no, the boss was gonna lose the house. Yeah. It's his own fault. On my own, I'd be on my own,
Mhm.
driving around by myself.
I got a boss constantly looking over your back.
Yeah, I just gotta talk to
Shoulder.
some guy named Kyle on the phone all
That
day.
must suck.
And then I got a company vehicle, Vanguard company vehicle, take home. Not to drive my truck. I literally yesterday was the first time I drove my truck since Sunday,
Dang.
Wow.
and I drove so
Saving
far. I went to
gas.
Quick Trip, and then I went to McDonald's.
Wow, you went really far.
Saving
I
gas
know.
and kicking ass.
Exactly. More set schedule because with Compass the hours could be, 6:30 to fucking get home at what? I could work till 8:30 the one night. Remember that?
Yeah, I remember that.
I did that twice. Vanguard, I can just set my schedule as long as I get my work done. OT with an asterisk because there's no OT in the summer, it's summer. That's when you get all the OT. There's no OT in the winter. I have my own pace. I can set my own pace. Just like chill out. It's a great time. Love doing that. Cons: less the money per hour. I said less dollar. That's what I wrote. On call, but it's only like twice a year basically. So getting help is iffy. I'm looking at Kyle right now.
Me?
Sometimes he doesn't
Yeah.
want to help.
Yeah, you would always ask
Sorry.
for help, but you would never come and help.
Or he
I
takes
still
all
got
your,
15 tickets
or
from
he-
him.
Or he takes all your
You can
tickets
keep
that you
those.
can. Or he takes all your tickets. He can look at the blueprints. Go, yep, it's all clear.
Hey, there's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, but you don't even know.
And then my
Hey,
last
you
con,
can assume now, so
yeah, we can assume
Yeah.
that was taken off the 10 basics.
yeah,
It's just
no
you're not-
risks.
do not take a risk.
Yeah.
And then my last con is pay off contract, and that brings us to where we are today. Oh wait, well then after that I decided to put my 2 weeks in, but I waited. I was supposed to do it on Monday. I think I waited to what, Wednesday?
Yeah, well, Wednesday. It might have been Thursday. No, it was a Wednesday because it was the middle of the week. Yep.
Yeah. So I told everyone at work I was gonna do it, and then I went to go to the dude's office. I walked to the door, turn around, walk to the door, turn around. I waited till everybody left the shop in the morning, so I was the last one there, so I can go talk to him in his office. Walked to the door, turn around. Finally went in, and I ended up asking him what he wanted me to do.
Yeah.
And then I left. Damn.
I just picture Aaron just going to the bathroom and pointing at himself in the mirror like, you're the man.
You can do this.
You
got
got
this.
this. You
You're
can
the
do
fucking
it.
man.
Walk in there and tell him what you want.
And then and I didn't do it, and then he wasn't there at the end of the day. The next day, I just didn't even try. And
So
then-
were you so obviously Kira knew that you were supposed to be doing this and stuff.
Mhm.
Did you, when she came home, were you like, yeah, I didn't do it?
No, I live texted her. She just knew what was going on.
Oh.
She was gonna play by play.
Aaron's like, I walked to his office. I walked, turned around, walked away. Walked to his office, turned around, walked away.
And every time I told you, I was like, just talk to him. Like, the
Wait,
worst
did
she's
he
gonna
actually-
do is get a little mad. But who
That's what I
cares?
tell.
Did
That's
he
what I
actually
said.
tell you every
matter.
time he walked to the office and turned away?
Yes. I was like, what are you doing? I was like, just go in there. Like, he's not that scary. I'm pretty sure he's short, right?
He's not short. He's like average height.
He looks
Okay,
like
well,
Jeb.
Well, compared
Whatever.
to you, that's short.
That's fair.
Caleb.
You
Exactly
were
like
gonna be
Jeb.
fine. You
But-
you had it in the bag. He knew, and he's so new. Oh, okay.
So, but I would just tell everyone at work that I had to do it and was gonna do it. So, like, I was kind of hoping that he would talk to me.
Mm-hmm.
He'd make the first move. But so then it was Wednesday. His after work.
As the man should.
Yeah, he was there, right? His wife was there. She does all the office stuff. And then I knock on the door. I told Paul, I said, "See ya." Paul said, "Good luck." He left. It's like 6 o'clock at night too. We got back late, and I'm surprised he was still there. But I knock on the door. His wife opens the door, walks out. I walk in. I go, "Hey, man, how's it going?"
Hey, Z.
He said it's going good. Whatever. He was living the fucking dream. That was his thing. Every time he asked him how it's going, just living the fucking dream because he wasn't living. He's not living the dream. Dream is not going. So whatever. So then I talked to him. I go, "Yeah, I gotta tell you something." He goes, "Oh, I think I know where." He goes, "I think I know where this is going."
Mm.
So I go, "Yeah, I'm putting my 2 weeks in." He goes, "Yeah, I figured." And then we ended up just talking for like 15 minutes about how everyone owes him money and
Mhm.
how ProSafe still wants to do the deal with him. And then so then I put my 2 weeks in. He asked if I was gonna put my 2 weeks in or just leave at the end of the week because it was Wednesday, so it would have been more day. But I said I'll start my 2 weeks. I ended up it was 2 weeks exactly because it was a Wednesday. My last day was on a Wednesday because it rained on that Thursday. I was gonna work an extra day. Real
Mm.
company man
How
over
nice
here.
of you.
Yeah.
But yeah, so then I served out my 2 weeks, and then that Thursday that I was supposed to work, but it was Thursday or Friday, Thursday. I was supposed to work, but it didn't because it rained. I get a text saying, "Hold on, let's pull up the receipts." Okay, that's the
You guys are
30th,
gonna
right?
love this part.
I get a text saying, drum roll. He said, "That is a
What's a
heartbeat,
heartbeat?
not
I
a
know.
drum roll." He sends me a screenshot at 10:04 in the morning with a picture of the receipt, and then he said the repayment from the CDL course will be 4,000 even. How much time do you think you'll? How much time do you need? Do you think 6 months work? And I was like, I didn't text him back right away. I texted him 2 hours later. I was like, 6 months? That's $666 a month. That's just not a good
Yeah.
number.
No.
And I didn't have money anymore. That's why I left. I was like, 6 months. So then I was like, okay, sounds good. Can I get back to you Monday or this week? I got to do some math and see what I can afford per month. He said, 10/4, no problem. Let me know. That was March 14th. Then I didn't text him back. And then March 25th, I get a text. Hey, oh, I didn't say hey. He said, have you given some thought to the amount of time you need to pay back the CDL course? I didn't answer him.
It gets better.
You gave no thought. You were not gonna pay that back.
All right. All
It
right, here
gets
we go.
better.
And then that was the 25th. That was how many days ago? 25th was
10.
What?
Well, 10, 11.
11 days
Because
ago.
there's
Yeah,
there's
so
a
there's
11 days
31.
ago.
March.
Then I get a text this past Tuesday, April 2nd, saying, "Hey, Aaron, you got to get back to me on the repayment time frame we need for the CDL classes." Didn't text him
So
He's just taking a court
What's-
soon
back.
enough.
He wants to talk to me. Serve me goddamn papers. I. Oh, yeah. Kyle said I could just mail my CDL back. Just put it in the mail. and get it back to him.
Put it in an envelope.
You're just trying
Put
to
a
see
ribbon on
what
it.
happens.
So the whole thing is,
It's not like you're going to use it somewhere else.
right. That's what I'm saying.
That's yeah.
Every
I'm
time
not-
you with somebody to use it somewhere else, but you're not.
I'm not using it. I just did it to get the $3 raise.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's
And how long did you work for him with the CDL?
August or September, the first Sunday in September
You know,
to
No, since you had the CDL.
it was like 6 months, 5 months.
Yeah, so
Th-
your
but-
time there should have paid for it. The amount of work
Yeah.
you did for him. I
And,
think
like,
should have paid it
he
off.
I just don't understand how he thinks it's okay for you to pay for something that he couldn't afford or couldn't give you a job for?
Well, here, so he's the financial. You want the mic? Oh. Her hand was there. I was like, "Want the mic?"
Whoa.
We're sharing a mic, guys. She gets to use my special pink mic.
That sounds so bad.
It vibrates
So
and everything.
bad. Oh my god.
Anyways.
That's not the
times,
mic
fast times
vibrating.
at Ridgemont High, am I right? I feel like I'm a comedian right now. I got the mic, just looking at my crowd.
To my crowd.
Anyways,
Who also have mics?
so he was in financial trouble. Companies wasn't doing too hot. Made money once in like 4 months. It's pretty bad. And then he hired a bunch of guys, and then he didn't make money again until the fall, right before they started losing work. And then, so he's talking about deal with ProSafe, company buying him out. They quote unquote merge, but they just be buying him out and taking his guys and the work.
Yeah.
So I put my 2 weeks in. I left, started back at Vanguard. Well, because he wasn't going to do the ProSafe deal, but the next thing you know, turns out he's doing it.
Wow.
And
Hmm.
yeah, then that's just so then I'm thinking, because my contract says the company name is going to be paying for me to go to school.
Right.
And once he merges with ProSafe, that his company's no longer a thing. So if
Mm-hmm.
I pay back after the merger, who am I paying? Him in his pocket? I ain't
Right.
doing that. Am I paying
No.
ProSafe?
Yeah.
They didn't pay for me, and I didn't work for them.
Right.
So I'm just, and, if he wants to take me to court, take me to court. I'll get a fucking personal loan and pay him off then. If he wants to be like that. Or who knows? I just might go to trial. We're going
How
Supreme
does I
fucking
just don't
court.
understand how he's gonna
Supreme
go
Court.
to court with this document that doesn't say how much it is.
Yeah.
It's like there's no fine print.
And I think I'm no lawyer, but I will say, he doesn't really have a defense. He hired you, gave you the CDL, and then didn't give you hours to work to even use the CDL. And if he did give you hours, it was hardly anything. And you weren't driving all the time. Other people were driving, Paul, whatever, everybody else's name. So he really doesn't even have a defense, I feel like, because you're like, no, I didn't get hours. You didn't have me working. I hardly use this thing. I don't use it now.
The
What's the
company was going.
point?
The company was going under, so you had a reason to want to leave. Like,
Right.
Well, join us next
You have to watch
episode
out
for
for your own
special guest
family.
Zach.
No,
That'd
we'll-
be
Wait,
awesome.
hold on.
We'll
I'm
we'll
saying.
bring Adam on and let Adam get
Yeah,
have
we-
his
yeah,
brother
there we
on
go.
and just talk
So
about
I was
it.
like, oh my
Adam
God, I
and
said his
Zach on
name.
here.
I said, oh my God, I said his name, but I'm pretty sure I said his first and last name. Last time I was on here,
I
I
think you
said
did.
Zachary.
Oh, you
I want out.
No, I think you think you got mad and you were like, yeah, and you went off on a rant. Next, you said his whole name.
Yeah, I said I want out.
And then we were like, you might say his address at this point.
Yeah, fucking give him a social for all I care. Kidding. Caleb, hit the little beepy button.
Caleb, please.
That button.
All right. So yeah. So I don't know. I don't even think the contract would hold up in court. Like she was
No.
saying.
What do you think, Caleb?
I'm no lawyer.
Your brother's
No,
a lawyer, though.
But you still have knowledge.
So I'm a lawyer because my brother's
Yes.
a lawyer.
The knowledge passes
That's
through
how
the
that
genes.
works.
And if you look
You're
at
a
how long
second
it
high
took you
lawyer.
or took him to send you the contract, that looks suspicious.
Mhm.
Like there's
Yeah.
so many things that just don't look right and they make him look super bad.
But like,
So-
Like I said, there's no
you
amount.
went back to a lower paying job just for consistent hours
Mhm.
without using the CDL. So there's no competition. It wasn't like somebody
Yeah.
was like, "Hey, I'll pay you $3 more than what you're making there to come work with me."
Well, Aaron made more money working more hours for less pay than he did working less hours with more pay.
Yeah.
Like that says a lot.
right, like that's a problem. That's how
Yeah.
you know you're not working or not getting any
Mhm.
work.
Mm-hmm. So you gotta think in court you have a good defense. He's like, I'm trying to look out for myself, and
yeah,
stuff,
just
trying to
because
support
he's going
myself,
under
like-
doesn't mean that you have to go
Yeah.
under.
Right, but he's not going under anymore. Once that deal goes through.
Right. So then why can't ProSafe give him back the money that he
no, he just have to eat it.
Why?
It's his fault.
Why? Yeah. Why doesn't he? Why does he even need it? He should just have
No,
to eat
it's
it.
his fault.
'cause-
He's
So
eat it.
is ProSafe
All right, hold on.
like pulling him in as an employee now?
Yeah, he'll be a quote unquote minority owner. He said, but he'll be like a foreman. He'll be a foreman.
Oh.
Oh.
if there's any lawyers that happen to listen to this podcast,
Why don't we
I
should contact
would
Nicolette Law?
really, I would really love your take on
J.G.
the
Wentworth.
contract, which I will read right now because
Oh,
it's
I
only
was
gonna
gonna
take
read it.
2 minutes.
Oh,
I was gonna read it.
okay. Go right ahead.
I
Do
can
you
pull
want
it
to? I
up.
have it right here. Do you want to just?
I'll just read it off your phone.
Yeah.
All right.
So, any lawyers, please feel free to shoot a message to us and let us know your thoughts.
Send this podcast to your brother.
All right. Here's
Yeah,
the whole
yeah.
thing. You blink, you miss it. It's an agreement to pay for educational services. Taco Bell going through me. Anyways,
You
it's
might
an
want to go check your pants.
no, it doesn't feel warm.
Oh no.
Stay in my chair, anyways.
It
It
ain't
says,
mine.
all right, guys, you ready to listen?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. It says, in consideration for Compass Utility Services LLC, parentheses company, paying for educational opportunities to the undersigned employee, the employee and company agree as follows. Company agrees to pay for CDL driving program taken through Blackhawk Technical College. Employee agrees to maintain a passing grade and to follow all school rules and requirements. 3. In the event the employee fails to complete the schooling, fails to maintain passing grades, violates school policy, or leaves company either voluntarily or is terminated for cause within 2 years of completion of the schooling, employee agrees to reimburse company for all costs incurred in providing the employees with said schooling. Signed by employer, Zach the owner, and then signed by Aaron with the really, I can't read my last name, but that's a squiggly N. Yeah, and that's the whole thing. And
So- So here's what I'm gonna say.
yes,
If I'm gonna be on the pro
Safe.
no
Oh.
on the pro end of like pay back the contract, right?
okay.
In defense to Kira's argument is that it doesn't say anything in here about contractually obligated hours that you have to have. But that's
Okay.
a pro for the company.
That's Zach's side.
And yeah, and that's what I said too. Do you remember? I was like, if you ever sign a contract again, you need to also look for like, oh, guaranteed this many hours. And he didn't say
Yeah.
that.
Well, here's the thing. Paul and I had always gone after we signed the thing, saying, we swear it said something about if you get laid off, your contract's voided. Now with that copy, it doesn't. That copy
Oh,
that took a day and a half.
That's suspicious. Yeah.
That is a little suspicious.
Which goes back to him taking a day and a half to send you the contract or this
Yeah.
copy
So,
of the
can-
contract.
can
Is
I
this
ask
one
this?
even the
'Cause you
real
should-
one or
Did
the
you get a
original?
copy of the contract when you signed it?
Never do that again.
Yeah, always get a copy of what you
Aren't they?
signed.
Don't they have to legally give you a copy?
Well, that's
So,
another thing.
I just don't know why it took a day and a half because, like, if I go, I mean, granted, like, I work at a hospital, but, like, any company, state can walk in and be like, you have to show X, Y, and Z, and you best pull up that employee's folder, and X, Y, and Z best be in there.
Well, in the chain of command for the office side of his company is him and his wife.
Right.
Yeah,
So
so
that's
they wanna-
just
she
if
runs
they
the
wanted to
office,
change
he runs
anything
the
that they
field.
could, because just
Yeah.
those two.
Right.
Now, where do you recall seeing this? Was this like a bullet point, like in the 1, 2, 3? Was this fine print? Like, where was?
It was in the bullet point in 1, 2, 3 because we were really we signed the thing. We're like, God, that was really short, and but we laid everything out. We swear because we always said lay off or free.
right.
You know, that's what we always said.
Mhm.
And then next thing you know, that's what it says.
And say you were to go to court, you also have Paul say if he's working for him though, I don't know if he would do this, but say he wasn't, would he testify and back you up saying like, yes, like I saw that too? Because you both
That's-
always
But
said
That's
this.
the thing. There's hearsay going
Yeah.
on
Yeah.
here,
Yeah.
and that is going to be a problem. Hearsay does not hold up in court. Now,
No.
if you're willing to
If I
testify,
slide him a
and
20, it will.
Paul is willing to testify,
That's two people.
maybe it is still hearsay.
Yeah.
Mm.
Because who's to say I didn't just go up and be like, "Hey, Aaron, give me $20 and I'll testify for you that I saw the
Right.
contract too that said that."
Hey man, talk to me after this. Bleep this part
But-
out if this
Hey, don't
happens.
say that in the podcast because this will be on the internet. People
Just
get offended.
kidding.
Jokes.
Play by all the rules, everybody, except for this one. So yeah, that's the whole thing. Plus, like I said,
But-
company's going to be gone. That's the gray area because it
Yeah.
says Compass Utility Services agrees to pay, and his Compass is no longer going to be a thing. they're absorbed by ProSafe, Compass name is gone.
When is this all happening?
But when was the date of the contract? Because that might matter.
Was
Again,
there a date on
I'm
the
no
contract?
lawyer.
I hate Caleb.
I'm no lawyer.
Caleb has
but
straight
date
knowledge.
of the contract is gonna be
Was there a
kind
date
of-
on that contract?
Yeah, the day they signed it.
Mm.
Should
I
have
don't
signed it.
know.
Should have dated it wrong.
Like I said, I don't know when
yes,
the
8/31 of 2023.
But here's the real question: is he even going to serve you with papers at the end of the day?
Yeah, does he even have the
mean,
money to do that?
I was gonna say that he's gonna have to get a lawyer because
I'm sure he already has one because he's a business.
maybe.
Yeah.
maybe because you have to keep a lawyer on.
Would that be
retainer,
small
and
claims?
It's no,
Yeah, that'd be small claims.
no, because it's over 1,500.
I thought it was. Oh, I guess.
Ah.
Oh, that's big. Oh, big boy court.
Yeah,
Let's
man.
go.
That would
you get a
be-
jury.
Fucking big boy court. I'd be like,
That's what your jury duty's for, Ashley.
no, she can't do. Ashley, we don't know each other. We're not related. Hi, Ashley. Go get her, Mocha.
She must have to poop.
Oh, I'm
Ashley
wrong.
went zooming.
I'm wrong.
Yeah.
Small claims court is a type of civil court in Wisconsin that handles disputes of $10,000 or less.
Fuck yeah, smoke claims.
Yeah.
I'm taking my
But
chances.
small claims, you
Fuck
can
the
still
big
get a
dogs. We're
judgment.
going for the little minnows.
I mean,
I
if
know
you
something.
Really want, if you really want, I mean, you could go to small. If he takes you to small
Mhm.
claims court, you get a judgment against you, and eventually you can just garnish your wages.
Right.
But see,
I was gonna say, so my dad, he has his own business, and he took somebody to court years ago, like before I was even born, and they still have not even paid it back. He's like,
Yeah.
honestly, for small amounts like that, I mean, yeah, it might
What
be
did you take him to
4
court
grand.
over?
he's better. What he's
I'm just
better off
curious.
doing at this point is writing it off as lost income. He can basically the only way, like at that point, what he can do is he can basically serve you a 1099 of like $4,000 that you're gonna have to pay taxes on, but then he can claim that on his taxes. That
Right.
But it'll be a
that
lot less, though, wouldn't
$4,000.
it? The taxes would.
I mean,
yeah,
yeah,
it
but
should be. But yeah, so I'm just gonna ride this not talking thing out. We'll see what happens. Unless I win the Powerball. Fuck, I left my Powerball ticket in my car. Good thing it draws tomorrow.
Yeah.
If I'm a billionaire, then
Then you'll pay him his little $4,000.
I'll pay him $4,001.
Hey, there you go.
$3,999.
There you go. Watch me get a quarter
No,
of
no.
a dollar.
if you do win the
Cent.
Powerball,
Cent,
do me a
sorry.
favor. If
What?
you're gonna pay him back, get it in all pennies.
Half cent. Bring it back to half
Yeah.
cent.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Pay him
so-
in all pennies though. Just walk in and just all pennies. Boom. There you go.
Yep.
Paid in full.
Yeah, so that's that. I mean, not that's that. I mean, we're gonna see. Paul's my inside source. He still works there.
I
but
do
just-
see one flaw in all of this right now though.
Okay.
And that is that if he does take you to court,
hmm
and this podcast airs and he listens to it, he has proved that you have no intention of paying it off,
You should.
which could be bad for you.
That's what I thought. Yeah.
All right, we're just airing our grievances.
So make sure
All
Paul
right,
doesn't tell him.
cut all of that. Redo.
Yeah, hold
All right,
that button
welcome,
for the whole
welcome
time.
to the podcast, guys.
Make sure no one from the company hears this.
yeah.
That's a problem because they already listened to the last one.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well-
but what
well,
are the
did we-
chances they've
what
been
did they
listening?
know
At
to
about
that
this
regular
time,
one?
you were still under contract and like.
And
you
you
know,
told them about
I mean,
the
technically,
podcast.
aren't I still under contract?
Did you tell them about it too? What
I
are the
did.
chances of them actually just keep listening to our podcast?
That's fair. I
Right.
don't think any of them. have.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah. So but yeah, with the for me the gray area is he's not gonna have the company name anymore. The company as a name as a brand is gone with the merger,
Mhm.
and that's coming. Once they finish the job they're on, which they got all the pipe in the ground, they got tie-ins, but they can't do the rest of it because of how bad the ground is. It's just straight rock.
Yeah.
So it's soon. Some of the guys that were going over the next company, one guy's starting Monday. I don't know when the other one's starting. Half the guys are leaving. I mean, there's only 6 guys. So
I tell you what, if he sues you, call me up. I'll learn some legalese for you.
I'll just make.
Caleb's gonna be an
I was thinking,
intern lawyer.
Can't he just hire your brother?
He could, but he's gonna pay my brother.
Yeah, that's
My
true.
brother ain't gonna do it for free.
That's true.
$10.
You wish.
Your brother's gonna ask for $4,000. Aaron's like, yeah, I'll get back to you Monday.
I'll
Can I-
talk
can
to
I
my
get s-
grandma.
I want to take some time to figure out how much. Do some math.
Yeah.
You just ghosted your ex-boss.
Yeah, for real. Yeah, so that's that. But I'm back with Vanguard, living the dream. Training
Woo.
took 3 days because I'm just a
No,
fucking
Aaron,
champ.
Aaron, you're living the fucking dream.
Living the fucking dream. Just like
Aaron was
Zach
ready to go back to his own route, like out of training after one day.
Yeah, after I sat in
He's
class
like, just
for a
throw me
day.
in. Put me
Yeah.
in, coach.
I mean, to be fair, it's like riding a bike. Honestly,
It
Yeah.
really is.
the only thing I struggled with was those long sides.
Fair. Those are fun.
Only thing Gavin struggled with was every single fucking ticket.
Anything
Those
Kyle
long
struggles
sides
with is
biting
actually
the butt-
hooking up.
Butt and then, didn't it?
That's
What?
true.
The long sides ended up biting.
I
you in
don't
the
hook
butt
up, and my
then-
bike still runs out of power.
That's
Ruck.
impressive, though.
Ruck ended up bringing my career.
Uh-huh.
to an end.
Yeah,
Blame-
Ruck was the end
Blame
of
other
that.
people for your mistakes.
Actually, I'm blaming Aaron.
I take
I think we've talked about this.
Yeah.
I take full
Yeah, last
responsibility, and it's
episode, I
funny.
think.
Actually, I
Huh?
don't know responsibility. 'cause-
No, that was about my job that we talked about that. Yeah.
Yeah. No. Oh, you really didn't know Kyle's job. Go back and listen about Kyle's job, and then you'll know what my job is now.
Yeah.
Yep.
Same
was-
shit, different person.
Kyle's my quote unquote boss. Not really.
Mentor.
He ain't
Kyle doesn't do
mentoring me.
nothing.
I'm
He doesn't
mentoring
even. He
him.
barely goes to the field now. We
I
know
just
it.
do the slave work.
Oh, yeah, sitting in your car.
Okay, yeah, sitting in your car, sitting in your fucking couch.
I
That's
took
all
some
the
tickets from
slave
him.
work.
Yeah, he's got 15 of my tickets right now.
Yeah.
Ooh, Of how many do you
since he-
have?
I have 35 at the moment.
Now since he took over your spot, what do you even do? Just drive around
No,
all
he
day?
doesn't do nothing.
So Doobie changed it. So now, for Mike, the new Delavan guy,
Mm-hmm.
he had another primary damage, but it was a 3-phase.
Another.
So he's kind of Doobie calls them booby traps. So basically, he gets these tickets where there's like an issue with them that no one knows about, and they get hit. So his first one was a normal. His first one was like either a primary or a service, and he
It was the service.
he dotted the private, or he dotted the correct line, but he marked the private line because the private went right towards where the print showed it was supposed to go,
No, they didn't.
and then turned. But he dotted the correct line, but he never marked it, and they hit the correct line. And then this other one, like there was like 1,200 people out of power in Fontana because they hit a 3-phase, and he had marked the abandoned. And they exposed it, and they called in a relo, and he went out there, and he goes, "Oh yeah, they exposed my line. I'm all good, whatever." Well, they ended up smoking the live one, and the print showed that it went to a different place than it actually went, which I know how it actually ran, but he didn't. And I didn't feel the need to tell him because I'm like, well, what are the chances?
So are you
you
having
know.
to back check now?
So now, for all of his 3-phase that he has to mark, I have to go out and back check every single one of them.
That's a pain in the
Yikes.
butt.
So now I've been trying to comb through his board and find every single ticket so that I can just avoid that completely and just do them myself.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
But since he's new, he's being safe about it, and he's marking them even if he doesn't have to necessarily,
Mhm.
Okay.
just to cover his ass.
So if he does mark a 3-phase though, does he have to send you the ticket so that way?
Yeah, he has to put in a back check for it.
Gotcha.
So, which I mean isn't a problem, but
No.
now the problem is Carlos, which Carlos is a great locator. I fixed his picture count. So there was one ticket, he marked 4 lines and took 276 pictures.
Oh my god.
Yes.
4 lines and 200.
Aaron
man.
and Mike marked like a 1 mile stretch, and they only took 300.
Yeah. Yeah.
So put that into perspective. So I saw Carlos
What is he
yesterday.
picture of every little dot he
That's
did?
what I'm saying. I'm like, dude, doesn't he run out of fucking
Kyle-
angles?
Kyle put him on blast yesterday.
Yeah, I was like, Carlos, listen. I'm like, you gotta stop taking so many pictures. I'm like, why do you take that many? And he goes, well, people keep saying to put pictures on the tickets. I'm like, not that many. I'm like,
Wait,
How long does
He
that take to
uploaded-
upload?
Yeah, he uploaded every
Right.
single picture.
Dude, I have no idea.
dude, and like,
Wait, he
thing
uploaded
is-
all 200 pictures.
Yes.
Oh, I thought he just
Oh
took them.
my.
He uploaded every single fucking picture. And then his lines, he might as well connect the fucking spaces.
Oh, they're so close.
His lines, like, so normally you'd put like a line,
Mhm.
take about 3-4 steps, put another line. Carlos takes like 1/2 step, puts a line.
Oh my god.
Oh.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
did a reload for what he did, and I could put my boot in between his lines, and that was it.
my.
I
We're
swear,
so close.
I swear, Carlos has
much
to go to the
paint does he
storage
go
unit
through?
every other week. He just went this morning to
Oh
get more
my
paint.
God.
Yeah, I saw that.
He goes
Um,
through so much fucking paint.
See, you go to the guys like Carlos, really close lines, and you got guys like me. My 3 to 4 steps are fucking huge.
Right.
So then I got big space. Sometimes I got to turn around and add a mark in between because they're so far apart.
And like another thing about Carlos, like, great locator, whatever, never had an issue with him. But he's been having days off, like, he'll request off,
Yeah.
but he barely gets ahead. Like, for example, he had Wednesday off, and when he came back yesterday, he had like 10 tickets that were due yesterday still. It's
God.
like, if you know you're going to have the day off, do those tickets.
Work a little extra that day.
Yeah. Like, I always did that because I didn't want someone, I didn't want to inadvertently fuck someone over and leave them with my fucking tickets. Gavin would call in when he was still working here.
Mm-hmm.
He would call in. He left Colton with a ticket that took him 4 hours to do
Oh my god.
in Williams Bay. And I feel like he called in just because he didn't want to fucking do it. Like it. Oh my god.
I would hate that person that did that.
Wild.
Oh yeah, we were pissed.
Stuff.
Yeah.
Wild stuff. Enough about this work jibber jabber, though. Let me just talk about the weather.
I got a fun fact.
Oh
for
yeah,
you.
Wait,
Ben.
Kira's job. She got a new job.
Oh yeah. Would you like to explain your job there, my lovely future wife?
Ashley's not here right now,
No,
so
she
she would
is
talk
not.
about it.
So should we wait? Should we maybe
She's
wait?
ready to come back
or-
right now.
Okay.
Keep going.
Oh, she's
Oh wait,
coming.
she's coming back. She's walking like a little lady. Who was on
Oh
the
my
phone,
gosh,
babe?
Aaron's gotta get his Baja Blast. He forgot it in the
Oh,
truck.
what?
Start talking about your job, Kira.
So it's going
Oh.
good, really good. There's still a lot to learn, but I feel like I'm finally like getting the hang of things. You
Wait,
know?
wait.
Well, Ashley,
What are
how
you
do you
doing?
think I'm doing from
So-
another perspective?
What are you doing?
Okay, so let
What?
me.
What are
Wait, you
doing
didn't
now?
hear?
I'm a
I didn't-
secretary, so
Oh, okay.
I take care of like paperwork. I like scan patients in. I take care of.
She's
like,
the social
a
worker's
whole-
bitch. No, I'm
Yes.
kidding.
No. So
I love
no.
those.
So we really, really, really appreciate our secretary. The one that we had before, she was great. And then she found a different job opportunity that really fit her life that was evolving and changing. And so when we found out that she was going to put in her 2 weeks, I was like, man, like I don't want somebody like new to come in and it's like weird and awkward. And so then I was like, oh wait. I was like, I think Kira's looking for a new job.
Ben looking for a new
Yeah.
job. Yes.
And so then I was like, this is kind of up Kira's like alley. Like it'll get her, foot in the door in multiple areas.
We got pissing about
It could really just like, get her
Oh,
a good, steady, full-time job
Yes.
with like good people. And so, in all honesty, Kira like stepped in and just kind of like took off. And she's like, great. You
I've
can
been-
like tell her anything. And she's like, okay, how do I do that? What do I do? Like, she's
So-
so willing to learn.
She's a blossoming flower.
She is.
I've been
my
asking
God.
Ashley every day. I'm like, how's Kira doing? Like, is she getting the hang of it?
Yeah, I think
Like-
I really am. I mean, Aaron wants it.
I don't know. Like the one day she came home, she's like, God, there's this girl I work with named Ashley. She's so annoying.
We call her Patches.
She's got no hair or
Oh
anything. It's like, what's going
God.
on?
I would never say that ever.
Sounds like
No, but it's going good. I mean, and I'm taking care of the phone calls. I
Yeah.
love everybody I work with so far. I love Brenda, love Tammy. Heather's been a really good help too. She's come in a few times and stayed late, and I've stayed later with her, and we've
What-
gone over more things because she
Uh-huh.
obviously knows everything. She's a great help.
What do you think of, like, Scott, Kyle, and Marjorie?
I love all of them. All of them are great. They really are.
Why are you talking about yourself, Kyle?
I know. I'm just saying. I'm like, wow, Ashley, I didn't know we were coworkers, but I guess
Oh
we are.
my God.
I got 2 jobs.
Could you imagine Kyle's a social worker?
No.
I found out today Kira still works for TJ Maxx.
I did work last night to keep my discount.
So
but
how many days
My
do you have to
discount.
work to keep that discount?
one day. Honestly, I could work one day a month and
Oh.
still
that's
keep
it?
it. And I'm supposed to, I think, work next Thursday, but I think I'm gonna tell them it's just not. That's not gonna work. Like I
Mhm.
want to do it like once a month because I don't.
It's a lot.
I like the people there, but I hate the job.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
I was obviously, and it's never gonna get me anywhere. Like I
Right.
remember when I left, a lot of people were like, "Oh, like why are you leaving?" Blah blah blah. And I was like, "Can you really see? I'm not doing this my whole
Right.
life. This is a
You can
dead end
only-
job."
You can only take so much customer service.
Right.
That
Like-
too. And I don't like giving up my holidays and like my
Right.
weekends. And I'm like, no, like I need to have a life outside of work. Otherwise,
Fuck
I'm
you,
just
Caleb.
working.
Oh my god.
Because
So-
Caleb's working customer service. He's planning to do the rest of his life.
Listen.
Oh, I wasn't
Oh,
talking about that.
yeah. Sorry,
Oh.
Caleb.
I'm not sorry.
Well, okay, I did work in a restaurant too, and I will say that is a pain in the ass. You have the worst type of people. Between
Oh, you're the worst type of people.
Worst.
Oh.
no,
No.
She said.
Hey, look at that. She's just showing up
She's-
trashing Caleb.
Man.
I didn't mean that.
Hey, he did knock everything over this time, guys.
Hey,
We're good.
Caleb left, so I took his mic.
I mean the worst
Aaron's got a
customer
She
mic now.
said you're the worst type of people.
no.
So Kira is not only our secretary, but she also helps like the nurse case managers. Kira just met them
Mhm.
because she was like, getting acclimated with us, but she just met them. So Kira, how was your first meeting with them and then their laundry list of things?
Okay, so I don't know if you knew this. So that meeting got canceled.
Why?
But okay, well, so the room was booked and everything, right? And
Yeah.
you know Melissa, I'm not gonna say her last name. I
Mhm.
almost just did. I went up there and I was like, "Hey, like this is the room, right? Correct? That like we're using today." And she was like, "Oh no, like this is booked because you know they had the joint commission."
Oh yeah.
And I was like, "Oh," I was like, "Seriously?" I was like, "Cause I thought, cause Heather had booked it, and so they sent the emails to Heather telling her that this room was no longer available."
Oh.
But I never got them, so I never knew.
Mm-hmm.
So then it was kind of like a thing. We were like in a rush, and I'm talking like 10 minutes to find a new room.
Yeah.
And figure out like, oh, where are we gonna have this meeting? And then Tammy ended up canceling it. So it didn't even end
It
up
didn't
mattering.
happen.
But I got a new room and everything set up. And then I did meet, oh my God, I already forgot her name, but she works with
Marjorie.
cancer dialysis or the cancer center, I want to say. What's her
Kristen?
name? Kristen, yes. I met her because she was there for the meeting.
Oh,
'cause
yeah.
She had asked me earlier that morning. She's like, oh, are we still having the meeting? I was like, yes, I look forward to meeting you.
Yeah.
She's the first one to show up. And I was
Oh,
like,
Kristen's great.
I was like, change of plans. So it's actually going to be downstairs. And she was like, okay. Then I had to hunt her down
No.
because Tammy said it's canceled. So then I went and talked with her, and she was really sweet and
is.
understanding. And so it all worked out perfectly fine. But
So question for you.
Mhm.
When your first day,
Yeah.
did you have a lot of like unanswered shit to catch up on?
I
Or
mean,
unhandled shit, I guess?
I don't think so. Not really.
I don't know. It was like the phone rang and Kira just like picked it up, and I was like, she doesn't even know what she's saying. She
No.
just
Well, like-
it was like do 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 do, and she was like, "This is Kira," and I was like, "Holy crap!"
Well, like I wasn't sure if there was like unanswered like emails or something that she had to like all comb through and answer everyone or
She did. I mean, she
you
had
know.
a little bit of emails, but it was
Yeah.
just let's get her logged in and show her like
Mm,
what we needed immediately, which was printing off the patient list.
okay.
And then Kira jams the printer.
I'd say, are you a pro with the printer now?
Wow.
since
I
you use it
will
so much?
say, yeah, I did.
Man.
And it's still, and the thing is, I've reached out to IT too, and they
Yeah.
still have not come up to fix it again. So I think I need to like call them and be like,
Wait,
hey,
so your
what are
printer-
you
Good luck.
doing?
Your printer's still broken?
Well, no, it works, but sometimes it like crinkles.
It like crimps the paper, and
Oh.
so
Paper
it looks like
comes
a
out.
fan.
It
It does
comes out-
sound like that.
It does. It does. You
It comes
know
in like a
when it's
ball of
coming out.
paper.
Yeah, because Kira's trying to print off like the patient list, so we give it to the nurses so they know which social worker and then which case manager.
Whoa. Aaron.
And
Fucking paper airplane comes out of the printer.
so like Kira
Uh,
prints those, and that was like one of the very first things we got her to do. And yeah, I mean, I went to go print something, and I'm like, what the heck? The printer's not working. And I mean, I stay later
Yeah.
because I do 10 hours, and I'm like, whoa, this is weird. It's telling me that there's a paper jam. So I'm opening up all these compartments, and I'm like, oh my God. Like, and this was like on my birthday. Like, I was like trying to go to my birthday dinner with my
Shoulda aimed for that
family,
head.
and I'm trying to fix the printer, and the Kira walks in, and I'm like, what did you do?
And you know what's funny too though, because I was printing QM.
Yeah.
And is what happened was, so I had reached down like out to Brenda, and she was like, "Oh, I don't need these months anymore." So the most recent ones I had printed were the ones she didn't need.
Ugh.
So I already was like, "Oh, perfect, I'm already done." I was like, "I'll take care of that when I get back."
Yeah.
Well, I forgot all about it because I went
No.
down there, I brought it to Brenda. I'm sitting there talking to Brenda, so it didn't even cross my mind until you texted me the next morning, and I was like, "Oh my God." I was like, I probably did that.
Yeah.
Like, oh my God. I was like, I felt so bad. I was like, well, that's embarrassing. Like,
What's-
way to go. Like, of course.
What's been your biggest fuck up since you started?
Jamming the
the
printer.
jam? The printer
Oh,
jam.
really?
I
Um,
think that's it. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, Kira pretty much jumps in to do.
But that's not
Anything.
your fault,
I mean, yeah, I,
No,
gu-
I
I
mean,
mean,
I guess
you're
kind
sending a
of,
lot
but like,
through,
I
but-
think the hardest thing is when you get those, like the phone calls from people. Like Kira got one, and the patient wasn't even in the hospital, and she's like, "What do I do?"
and that's the funny thing. It's happened twice this week, let alone.
Yeah,
And
it-
like, I'll look them up, and I'm like, I don't see this patient anywhere. And so, like, I'm trying to be like sweet about it. I'm
Yep.
like, okay, like, do you want to respell it for me? Give me their date of birth. I'm like, do you have like a case, like a number or something you can give me? And they're giving me all this stuff, and I'm like, are you sure it's here? Like, I don't see them. So that's been a whole thing. And
Caleb Chase, Kyle Allen.
Am I missing something?
No, I just want.
My
to talk
sound
'cause
is
I've been
messing
sitting
up.
here in silence, and it's killing me.
Oh,
Okay.
no.
Anyways,
But
So you're liking the new job?
I love it. I
Good.
do. It's good. I feel like I fit right in. Still
Yes.
a lot
That's
to
good.
learn, but I mean, I'm normally a quick learner, I think. So
Kira's
it's
getting
fine.
acclimated to the cafeteria food too.
Yeah, that's interesting.
Yummy.
They have some
Yeah.
damn good chocolate cake though. I will say that. I
Yup.
do like their chocolate cake. And I had nachos today and those were pretty
Yeah,
good.
I can do
liked
the
'em.
nachos. I like the chicken noodle soup.
Yeah, that was good too. That's
Yeah.
what I got. Nachos
Yep.
and chicken noodle soup. I sent it to Aaron. I'm like, this 10 out of 10. I was like, this is the
Yes.
best lunch I've had since I've been
Yes.
here.
I like their yogurt too. That's pretty good.
Yeah, I
I'm
haven't
a
tried
big
their
yogurt
yet.
fan.
Sounds good though. Yes, Caleb. It looks like you want to say something.
Kyle's having technical difficulties over
Yeah.
there.
Yeah, no, it's fine. We'll figure it out.
So, that was great, babe. I'm-
Are you
Wow.
cutting me off?
Wow.
no,
That's kind
Just
of
wanted
messed
to
up.
talk.
Aaron.
Aaron
So
feels left out.
Kira,
I'm jonesing over here.
are the nerves now fading away for talking on the podcast?
Yeah, they're gone now.
Hey, just think,
I'm more
when
comfortable.
when Aaron did it, we were recording video that we'd never posted.
Yeah,
Aaron looked like a
true.
professional.
I did. I was dressed.
really
Ben,
did.
Ben and I look like motherfucking pros.
We
in
had
here.
like we had a
Motherfucking
perfect lighting, a
pros.
nice background, and we were like all set. And there's these guys with like not very good lighting. We don't know what happened to them.
Yeah.
Gee, I wonder.
Yeah.
Our
Hey,
video-
Ben.
Our video
My camera
producer
always looked the
had
Hey
best.
Ben, I heard you got a fun fact.
That's this podcast is long enough. We'll worry about the next
Come on, I
one.
wanna
No,
hear it.
no. We want to hear the fun fact.
Yeah.
It's all right.
All right.
You guys want to? You guys actually want to hear it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You gotta read it.
absolutely.
You just explained it to me off air.
I just want to make sure I have the numbers correct because there's big numbers in with it.
Yeah, we know how Ben is with big numbers. But we also know how
So-
Ben is
So-
with reading.
Did you guys know that the U.S. government is sitting on 1.4 billion pounds of cheese right now?
Cheese?
Yeah, it's in the
Yes.
cheese caves.
Yeah.
Some
It's in the
cheese.
cheese caves because
Some cheese, like blue cheese, has to be moldy.
it's because like they convinced them that like the cheese, the dairy market was going down, so the government stepped in, bought
Yeah.
a fuck ton of cheese, and now it's just in the cheese caves here in the
They're,
Midwest.
they are still adding to it.
Are they?
Like this today. 'Cause
So
we,
what
we
is
are
it-
producing more.
What does it do?
We're producing more milk than we can consume, and cheese has the longest shelf life.
I consume enough milk.
And so they are saving it because they put all this money into the dairy farms, and they're like, all right, we'll just convert all this milk into cheese. Otherwise, they just dump it, and they don't want to waste it.
Wow.
So we're just thinking.
So who's
all
eating this cheese?
And they donate to food bank. At one point, I was
Oh.
reading the article. At one point, they started donating it to food banks and giving it away to people by pickup truckloads.
Holy cow.
I'll take some free
They're in
cheese.
five.
I'm so
want some
sorry,
cheese.
5 pound blocks.
But
of cheese.
my lactose intolerance, body.
Tolerance.
My body could never.
It's in a cave, hundreds of feet underground. It's held at a 38 degrees, just like by the ground, the temperature of the ground.
Wow.
There's no
Where
like,
is it?
Springfield, Missouri, somewhere.
It's so close to us.
So-
Let's take a field trip.
So I know we have a trip planned, but do you guys
Yeah.
skip
Do it.
that and go to Springfield?
Go
I don't know
steal
if
some
anybody knows
cheese.
where this is, but I also have heard that it is not true. I was looking at all the articles. There's one article that said it was not true. It's a false
It's-
narrative.
it's
So it must be true.
conspiracy.
But they still did in, what did it say, 2016? They dumped how much milk? This is even adding to that, but they had to dump some milk still. They dumped, I gotta find the number, give me a sec.
This is all a conspiracy, guys. We are now transitioning into a conspiracy
2016.
podcast.
Bring
The
back conspiracy
American-
of the week
The
for the OGs.
American dairy industry dumped a whopping 43 million gallons of milk into fields, animal feeds, and lagoons, like manure lagoons.
Oh,
Dang.
Aaron just discovered what a lagoon is today. He looked up the meaning.
You didn't know the
So,
meaning of it?
so like the difference between like a lagoon and a pond.
So what is it, Aaron?
I think I remember. It's got something to do with reefs. It's basically
So-
a small body of water that's blocked off from a. Are you looking it up?
From like a main source of
No,
water.
I'm looking
Yeah,
up
that's
the
why there's
cheese in
that's why
Missouri.
there's manure lagoons
Yeah.
because it's a manure that's just in a
Oh really?
pond, pretty much. Yeah,
yeah, and
without
it's
not a
blocked
main
off
source
from like the main place.
because you don't want it leaking out.
Hmm.
That's why they're called manure.
I just thought
lagoons.
like a
Huh.
lagoon was like a pond, but like full of
No,
like
I knew
bacteria and
that.
algae and
No,
shit.
it's just a pond that's cut off. from-
ModernFarmer.com. That's a good article.
It's just the cheese thing.
Huh? Yeah.
Yeah.
Just double checking your facts.
Fact
Oh,
check.
I know what I'm.
That's
Look.
wild.
It
Fact
is.
checking
That's
Ben.
crazy.
Yeah, but they're sitting on that much cheese, and they just donate it here and there. There's
Does
a longer shelf
Wikipedia
life.
say it though? Because if it's not Wikipedia, then it's not a factual
Hey guys,
source.
do you think when we're done with this, we're just gonna all sit in silence because we just talked this whole time?
No.
No, we don't. We never have, at least. Maybe with you
mean,
guys.
Is this a good ending point?
I don't know. You guys are the wait. I'm the host.
Yeah, you're the host.
Yeah, you're the special guest host.
Well, I want to hear my lovely future wife talk again.
Wait, what? What? Okay. So back to the.
I'm gonna let you finish, but call me Kanye. You know, guys, it's a great time. Thanks for having me.
Thanks for having me.
Thanks for having me again. You can't say that because it's your first time. I can say it 2 times. I
You're welcome,
graduated.
Aaron. Thank you for
You are,
joining us.
You were a 2-time guest before we have a lot of 1-time guests.
You know, thank you guys for tuning in. Kindling Conversations.
Well, we need to talk about something. Or
Wait,
Ben, are you coming out?
no.
Whoa,
no,
Ben?
No,
Ben.
no,
Oh,
I'm
oh,
straight. Don't
oh.
you worry.
Everyone hush real quick. Ben has something to tell us.
No,
Oh,
I'll
yeah,
tell
hold
him. I'll tell him he needs to tell us about our socials. You ready to
hold
say
on.
about the
I got
socials?
one. We got one quick interjection. It's a funny story about Kiro getting in a fight over laundry.
Oh no.
Okay, so I'll make it quick. Long story short, I went downstairs to change our laundry. We got a new dryer. So I
Ooh,
didn't
okay.
know exactly like how long it like took. I mean I thought it took an hour, 40 I knew it took like 45 minutes to an hour, whatever. So an hour went by, ran down there, and I'm walking down the stairs with another laundry basket in my hand, and this lady, our upstairs neighbor, swings open the basement door, and she's like, well, how many loads of laundry are you gonna do? And I was like, well, I mean, I can stop. Like, if you need to do some, like, I don't mind. And she was like, okay, well, like, I already took your laundry out. And I was like, what? And I literally could not help it. I
Bitch.
was like, what the fuck? I literally said, the next words out of my mouth were, do not fucking touch my laundry. Because I was
Yeah.
like, what? That's weird. I don't know
Don't
where your
touch
hands
my
have been."
panties.
Yeah, literally. I don't even, I think there was some in there.
They were actually my thongs.
Yeah, they were.
Banana hammocks.
So then I go down
Kira
there.
wears boxers.
Aaron wears banana hammock.
So then we're arguing. It's so awkward. And I'm like, she's like going back and forth. She's like, well, people do it all the time. I said, I have never,
No.
ever had somebody move my laundry. She goes, well, it takes 45 minutes. I go, and she's like, I've been waiting 10 to 12 minutes. I was like, oh, so you couldn't
your fucking
wait like
problem.
another like 10? I was like, what?
Yeah.
I was so upset. And then it like de-escalated.
I'd have been throwing hands.
Oh, well, that's what she said. That's the funny part. You know what this lady said? This is someone's grandma, mind you. So I'm walking back up the stairs. She goes, well, I'm glad we didn't like get into a fight about it. I'm like, oh, what?
Bitch, I want to.
I was
I
want
would have turned
to?
around and bitch slapped.
Oh man.
So
I would have been going to jail
so-
for elderly abuse.
So real quick interjection here. She went down and changed the laundry. She'd been gone for like a long time. So I'm like, I'm gonna go check on her. Open up the door, go out in the hallway. I hear her talking downstairs.
Aaron punches the woman.
Sounds cordial. So like, I turn around, come back in. Next thing you know, she comes upstairs, pissed off. I'm like, oh, so it wasn't cordial, huh?
Yeah, never again. Then we saw her in the hallway. Like what? A few days later, I didn't say a word to her. Oh no, it was that same night too when we went down to get the laundry. It was whatever. I'm all for get your laundry on time. Don't get me wrong. I'm very big on that. But these
Yeah.
were new dryers. You could have waited the extra 10 minutes. That's weird. Don't touch.
Don't touch
clothes.
my laundry. Yeah.
The
Gross.
audacity.
And she said it's 45 minutes. That's wrong. It's like 48 minutes.
Oh
my
Get
goodness.
her facts right.
Yeah.
All right. Well, thanks for listening, everybody. Kira, you were lovely today.
Kira, what's our Facebook?
Kindling conversations.
Hey, she got it.
Hey.
TikTok?
Kindling conversations.
Nope.
Kindling
Kindling
dot.
I was gonna say
conversation.
that.
You were
too.
close.
I'm following you guys, so I
Instagram?
know that.
Instagram is Kindling Conversations.
I know.
I only know that because
What's
Twitter?
the email?
Twitter.x?
Email?
X?
Kindling.conversations@gmail.com. I
No.
think. Oh man, what is it?
Kindling Conversations Podcast at gmail.com.
I was close.
Do you know our Twitter or our X?
I don't use that. So
I don't
no.
either.
I don't either. Caleb made that one.
Kindling Convos.
TikTok?
already said that.
Oh.
Do you know our website?
www.shadowpest.com.
Sponsor. Kindling.
Yeah, wait.
I don't know.
Where's our money?
KindlingConversations.com.
Sponsors usually pay.
I knew that. Maybe.
You know what about our Discord?
You got to pay me.
How do you find our Discord?
Go to Discord. She said, "Tell me."
You got to pay me if you want me to sponsor you.
That's not how sponsors work.
Yeah, it is.
Okay.
All right.
Alright.
Anyways, you can join our Discord at kindlingconversations.com/Discord.
Thank you, everybody.
Goodbye.
Deuces.
Toodles.
Bye.
Say bye, Kira.
Bye, everybody.
Bye, Kira. Say bye, Kira.
Oh my
Say
God.
Bye, Kira. One,
Bye,
two, three. Bye,
Kira.
Kira.
Bye, Kira.
Bye.
Adios.